welcome on Art Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kala Dakorubataboy. Good afternoon to you once again. It's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to the conversations you and I will have today. Remember, it's a conversation, or they are conversations for development. And I look forward to your opinions, your ideas. And I do hope that your contribution to these conversations will be constructive, will be towards or targeted to the development of the state, to the development of the country, to the development of your immediate environment. And I hope that for every political actor in the state, you'll give peace a chance. And I'm saying that because for once again, Rivers State is topping the chart as it relates to the trends in the country on social media, on TV stations, news items. Rivers State is topping the chart. So much to talk about. Once again, welcome. I am Kalada Karubata. I think I said that already. Okay, let's get into the nitty gritty. We have the big stories for this hour. We've got a topical conversation. I'll be speaking to one of the local government contestants, or should I say, someone who contested for the local government elections on Saturday. He will be telling his story. And then the 5 o'clock hour, we would have a conversation we failed to have yesterday, God willing, and we will talk with a professor of economics, and we would see how we will get to the root of the matter that I intend to talk about, and that is how we can get the best out of the local government administrations in Rivers State. 6 o'clock hour, hopefully we'll have open season, and that's what it is like, the conversations. Okay, so let's get to the big stories for today. Number one big story, Governor Fubara wants plot to arrest his supporters. Now, according to the news item, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara says he has uncovered a plot to arrest some of his supporters. Governor Fubara said this during an interview on Channels TV. Let's take a listen.
There is a report I just got now that with what is happening, that some persons have already been penciled down for arrest because they are close to me. I might not be surprised that by tomorrow when you hear their names, I'll be declared wanted.
The governor went further to say that he has done everything, including kneeling to beg, in order to peacefully resolve the crisis.
There is nothing I've not done on this earth for peace to reign. I can tell you the number of times that I've kneeled down to beg that let's allow this issue to go. But I feel I've done everything. Even as at today, if there is anything that I can do, or there is any way we can get to a point of king peace, I assure you, I'm willing to do it. Because what is important to me is let Rivers State be normal. With all the problem we're having, the wonderful jobs I'm doing in this state, I'm not seeing because of the crisis. It's only when I come out and tell people that I'm doing this or the other, they just say, you mean this is what is going on in the state? Because the whole thing everybody is hearing is one crisis or another.
On the president's directive to the police to provide security for the councils, Governor Fubara said he expects the police to provide security for the elected officials to carry out their duties. He also expressed concern that only his name was mentioned in the president's press statement. Okay, you would remember that sometime yesterday, I think towards the end of the show, the president, Trubayo Nanuga, made a statement saying that every aggrieved person, as it relates to the Rivers State local government elections, should use the courts. Nobody should perpetrate violence. Nobody should take laws into their own hands. And I think he also ordered the police to provide security in the state. I mean, we talked about it yesterday, and we agreed, whether you're on the left or on the right or you're sitting on the fence, we all agreed that it is the fundamental responsibility of the police to provide security for the lives and the properties of people in Nigeria. And so the president gave that order. As at 12 o'clock, I followed the news item, the news bulletin. I followed it, and as at 12, we had the headline that no security presence in Obiakpor Council Secretariat, 24 hours after clashes. And, that one did surprise me because, like I was trying to ask my colleague yesterday, Samuel Wala, there is a police station just very close to. If I remember vividly, I think they are sharing fences, right? Except I'm wrong, but I do know that the proximity of the police station to the Obiakpor Secretariat is very close. And I'm wondering why up until now, we're yet to see the order of the president being carried out, except I'm not understanding the order because I'm not a security official. But yeah, I wanted to put that one out there. And then the second big story, very interesting one. So for those of you who do not know, the first big story that talked about Governor Fubara warning or raising an alarm as to the arrest of his, or plans to arrest his supporters. That interview was done on national TV yesterday evening, and it also would form the second part of my big story. And my second big story is about Governor Fubara to Wike, let go of Rivers. You can't win all the fight. And in that interview, I recorded it somewhere, but unfortunately my device is not here. But yeah, in that interview, you can go watch it on YouTube. In that interview, the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, told the Assistant Minister that he will do everything, to give peace to Rivers State, and that includes, if it means shaking hands with the former governor, right? But he also said that the former governor should give peace a chance, shit his sword, and let go of the structure, because whatever structure he's fighting for is inconsequential. As once again he reiterated that it belongs to the people. I would play that soundbite in a beat, in a jiffy, maybe after the commercials, but please, let's go now to the next big story. And it's also an interesting big story. Police reaffirm neutrality in Rivers crisis, and it's saying it acted in respect to Federal High Court. Okay, interesting there. Now, I did come across an X post by the Nigeria police that tweeted, and the caption of that tweet, press release, Rivers LG elections, NPF acted in line with court order, reaffirms neutrality. Now, the tweet read as IGP orders immediate unsealing of all LG secretariats in Rivers State. Now, in response to the misinformation circulating in the media space with regards to the actions of the Nigeria police force in the Rivers State political arena, particularly regarding the just concluded Rivers State local government elections, the force wishes to debunk the prevailing falsehood of partisanship and reaffirms its neutrality and non-interference in political affairs within the state and the country in general, as the NPF only acted in line with an existing court judgment of the Federal High Court. Now, firstly, the Nigeria Police Force was served with an order of injunction by the Federal High Court made on the 19th of July 2024, barring the police from participating in the LG election, deeming it unlawful. Secondly, the Rivers State High Court issued a counter order on the 4th of September 2024 directing the Nigeria Police Force and other federal security agencies to provide security at the LG elections. It should be noted that the NPF was not joined as a party in this suit. And thirdly, the Federal High Court that gave the earlier injunction delivered judgment on the 30th of September 2024, nullifying all previous activities so far carried in respect of the LG election, and ordered the police to stay away from any attempts to provide security during the said election. All these orders and counter orders were served on the police, the IGP, being a thoroughbred committed to operating within the legal framework, forwarded the 3 court orders to the Force Legal Section for advice. The information of members of the public, or for the information of members of the public, the Force Legal Section boasts of sound and experienced lawyers who have distinguished themselves in the legal profession, including the Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Based on the legal advice received from the Force Legal... Okay, I think I do have a commercial. No, I don't. Now, based on the legal advice received from the Force Legal Office, the IGP ordered the Rivers State Police Command to abide by the ruling of the Federal High Court and
Nigeria Info will,
and also communicated the same to the governor of Rivers State via letter with reference number and dated 2nd October 2024, where the IGP advised the governor to also abide by the court ruling in the interest of peace and the well-being of the people of Rivers State. Now, the misinformation triggered by the unwarranted outburst of the executive governor of Rivers State based on no material fact was totally uncalled for and unfair to the law enforcement institutions in Nigeria. Most especially, his verbal attack on the person and office of the Inspector General of Police For the avoidance of doubt, the general public is free to profile the career journey of the Inspector General of Police and his track record in every place he has served, which undoubtedly shows him as a man of honor, integrity, and focus before and after his assumption of office as the 22nd Indigenous Inspector General of Police of Nigeria. The IGP is very well respected in the Association of Chiefs of Police worldwide, particularly in Africa, where he is currently serving as the chairman of the West African Police Chiefs Committee and providing meritorious leadership within the West African Chiefs of Police. We've seen chiefs of police from across the world coming to attend this event in Nigeria and extending several invitations to him. For the first time, the president of Interpol was at the opening ceremony of the Nigeria Police Conference and Retreat in Owerri last year under this IGP. Let us please observe some decorum in our politics in Nigeria. It is also instructive to note that the NPF does not intend to engage in any form of media tussle or war with the person of the executive governor of Rivers State, his administration, or his political affiliations, but will continue to play its role as a neutral body in all forms of political activities, undistracted. Similarly, suffice to say that the local government elections were generally peaceful nationwide, especially in states where the police were in charge of security. In the same vein, the Inspector General of Police, IGP, Kayode Egbetokun, PhD, and PM, directed the immediate unsealing of all local government secretariats in Rivers State, which were previously sealed when violence erupted in the state of who controls the local government secretariat between elected chairman whose tenure expired and caretaker committee inaugurated by the state government, which matter was pending in court. The unsealing yesterday, the 6th of October 24, after the police received the report that elected chairmen have been sworn in by the state government. The decision to unseal the local government secretariats was informed by the need to maintain neutrality in the political development in the state and allowing smooth functioning of democratic institutions in the state. The IGP, however, condemns the spate of violent confrontations and attacks at some local government secretariats, leading to destruction of government facilities in the state. Immediately after the unsealing of the secretariats, he has promptly tasked the State Commissioner of Police to rise up to the occasion and restore law and order in the state. The IGP emphasizes the force commitment to maintaining law and order, upholding democratic principles, and fostering peace, unity, and progress across the nation. All right, so that was written by ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the Force Public Relations Officer, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police Force Headquarters yesterday. I wanted to read that in its entirety so you can get a clear picture of what the police is arguing or what the police is explaining. So I want to get your thoughts, basically. That's a reaction to some of the allegations or some of the claims by the governor of Rivers State that the police was partisan. The police, did not want to do the right thing during and after the local government elections. Oh, okay, let's get your thoughts. But I promised to bring you some voice notes or some sound bites of the governor, saying that the former governor should let go of whatever structure that he thinks is in control of, because he can win every fight, right? So I'm going to the phone lines now. I hear the phone lines are still a tad terrible, but I still would like to try, and let's get talking. Let's talk for development. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. All right, let's get talking and let's talk for development. Let's hear your take on some of these issues. For WhatsApp messages, I'd like to get your thoughts as well via messaging if you can. 0809-030-6416. Better still, you can go on Facebook where we are live. I like to interact with you via the live stream. That's usually my favorite place to go when I want to start reading messages or start taking contributions. All right, so go to Facebook. We're live there, Nigeria Info PH. We're live on YouTube as well, Nigeria Info PH, and on X, Nigeria Info PH. I've got Susie, and Susie is calling me from Erema. Hopefully, the network is stable. Susie, welcome.
Yeah,
Let's get your thoughts.
Kalada, I greet you.
I greet you right
That's
back.
a very long read from the...
And I had to read it all.
The first issue about the governor asking the former governor to see the sword to that extent. I am one of the exponents or proponents of alternative judicial resolution to this matter. There was a time you actually asked a question, a topic like this, if it is possible for this matter to be resolved. And we have different opinions to this effect. And that day I told you it is possible for us to resolve this matter. But you see, Canada, the essence of resolving this conflict, I told you that day that if it is only possible that those who are actually thinking things, either making money out of this thing or whatever partisanship or sentiment we are employing, should remove their hand from this matter. Remember, before the day of the election, there was a particular press release made by Ugochiri, which I perceive as an incitement to Rivers people that very day. Yesterday, all of that took place and it happened. Today, the governor is talking about his followers being pinned down for arrest and all of. For me, I want to say that his call for me is in order. But what is the possibility? Because of the plethora of court cases and all of you. Because I see reason why it should be that we should resolve this matter so that we can live together in Rivers State. For the essence to which we are going to resolve this matter, I am racking my head to understand what will happen to all the cases in court. Like the president has just said in his write-up, that these matters are in court and that matters can be settled in court and the Rivers State court cannot be an exception.
All right.
The governor has a responsibility, and I believe he will stand on his word, because even when president called him before to resolve this matter,
I don't know if Susie, I don't know if you heard the part where the governor said that he has done everything. He has even gone on his knees. He has begged. He has pleaded. He has, Anyway, Susie, I've got to go. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Port Harcourt, welcome. Welcome, Clinton.
Good afternoon, Canada. Comrade Clinton is a progressive youth. I will support anything that will engender peace and development in River State. When this whole thing started, some of us were on air saying that we should give peace a chance. There's no need for us to hit the polity in River State. Who suffers it? The common man on the street, the local woman in the village. We are the ones suffering it. The elite will always have their disagreement and still come together and party. But we on the street will still suffer. So whatever move the governor wants to make for the purpose of peace, I will always support. Then I'm calling all the stakeholders, all those feeling this crisis behind the scenes, Canada, because there are those that are benefiting from this crisis, to allow the governor to make this move for peace, so that Rivers citizens across board will enjoy dividends of democracy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Clinton. Thank you for your thoughts. Keep those calls coming in. I'd like to hear from you. Well, let's take a peek at what messages have come in, or what kind of messages have come in. This is from Newton Ikira. He says, "Good day, brother." That's it. We're sorry about that. The network is crazy. But he said, "Good day, brother Kalada. Police Reaffirm Neutrality in Rivers crisis. Says it acted in respect to the Federal High Court. Neutrality, my foot. Sometimes these people think they're talking to kindergarten kids. When will the NPF metamorphose into a professional outfit that we can be proud of? Imagine the NYPD or any of the police departments in the US saying, in this matter, we are neutral. Our hands are tied by court injunction. We need a police force we can be proud of, not just one." Newton, but Newton, you cannot negate the fact that there was actually the Federal High Court judgment, or first of all, there was the order and then the judgment. Emeka from Illinois, welcome. Let's get your thoughts, please.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Emeka.
The governor's statement, I disagree with the governor.
Why?
We want to be sincere to ourselves. Let me tell you, River people, at least the truth. He went to Abuja. The president intervened into this matter. Although and the government election before the second term expired,
Emeka, let me ask you a question. Were you a part of the team that went to Abuja? Because if the government, if you say if you say you don't agree with the governor, that the governor is not saying the truth, I want to ask you, how do you know? Do you have any evidence that the governor is not saying the truth? Because the governor has come out to tell his own side of the story, saying he has done everything. He has knelt, he has begged.
You wait Abuja.
Wait.
Before this
Emeka, sorry, the network on your end is terrible. We've got to let you go. I've got Ilumba from Eleme.
I greet you, my brother.
Yeah, Ilumba, welcome.
My brother, I watched that interview yesterday where Shemu interviewed governor.
Okay.
You see, this is where police people they talk now. Police is completely partisan in that state.
Tell me about it.
If police have been doing their work, they pay for. That those people that died yesterday couldn't have died. If they resolve the matter now, those people who die now, will they go and resurrect them again? All the property that they burned, will all of them come back? Why didn't the police do their work? Know that these people are gladiators, they are looking for their interest. At the end of the day, they will still come together. Police allow people to be killed up.
Lumba, you've said. Oh my! I was going to ask you a question. The phone lines are really terrible. You know, Lumba said something very intriguing. He said these political actors will come back and be friends again. Do you agree with him? And if that happens, for those of you who have been shouting and taking sides and calling the other side of the divide names and raining abuses, what would you do at that point? I've got Robin from HA. Robin, welcome.
Good afternoon, Canada.
Yeah, welcome, Robin.
I think that the Nigerian police, that statement issued, they are being economical with the truth.
Oh, really?
And they are now responding to the issues raised by the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Fubara. Do you forget the governor told us he met the DC operations at 1 a.m. at Reaffirm? Why is IG refusing to respond to that? What is the
I think they have
at 1 a.m.?
I think they've responded to that one as well. They said they were providing special security, given the fact that they were obeying the court orders and they were removing their men from RESEC.
Canada, as I'm talking to you, there's nobody who can deploy security, either police or private, to my compound without my knowledge. Or to remove anyone in my compound without my knowledge. It does not happen. If I have any issue, I make any suspicion, I call the security, the local security. Then when they come around my place, they must call before I open the gate. We're not children. That is for being considered. Is Andy not aware of the letter addressed to him by son on Friday that matter has been appealed and that the state of execution is not aware?
Robin, the story is that the stay of execution was not granted. So I'm guessing maybe you missed that part.
Was not granted. It's IG, Special General Police. Is it the court? Not granted. Is it the one who granted? Only for the president to order them to go back. So as a police officer, you are looking at the shrine section 14. Not too big. You have to take permission from the president before you provide security. That is wrong. Good afternoon.
Robin Marja, the family. I've got Frank from D-Line. Frank, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
Good afternoon, Mr. Batobo.
Yeah, good afternoon, Frank.
Yeah, let me react on the comment made by my governor yesterday, talking about that former governor, Mr. Wike, should come and join to move this state forward. Yes, what we need in this state is peace. And I'm appealing to my former governor, now the FCT minister, Mr. Wike, for him to shift his sword and work with our governor. I'm his supporter. And there is no way this country will be continued every day. We keep on hearing River State. We are not hearing for good, we are hearing for bad. Please, let us join hands together. Both people that have been saying that the matter should not be resolved, please, that should give this a chance. As we are hearing, upon this secretariat, upon that secretariat, that is not what we need for it. We need development. Please. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. So I think I'm ready to play the sound bite but I'm going to listen to Muriel from Okrika first. Muriel, welcome. What is on your mind? Talk to me.
Thank you, KDB. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Muriel.
Look, KDB, honestly, I'm deeply pained that people can hate their own people this much. You can do whatever it takes to bring pain to your people. The people that you profess so much love to, you can do whatever it takes to bring pain to them just because you dislike somebody, a particular person, honestly. KDB, sometimes when we watch cartoons, they will show us a scene and later they will show us another scene and say moments later, this is what happened. So moments later, just these few moments after the police left the local government council, all of a sudden, mayhem broke out. And especially for the Obiako local government, where the police is very close to them. And I don't know if as the police were leaving, they also withdrew one or two few. I know in all the local government councils, at least you have one or two policemen, there, guiding the place or manning those places. You see that they left with every single thing, left the place naked for people to come, and they did not hear anything. If for a person left and they hear something happening, what stops the police from coming back? Now they are making statements.
Could it be Muriel is a conversation. Could it be because the police officers are human beings, including the IGP? Maybe their emotions had the better of them, and they decided to, since you're going after the police that have been trying to keep security in this state, the police is going to remove itself, and then let's see if you would not need the police. So, you know how it is when we try to show power. Could it be what the police is doing?
Maybe. I believe I heard some of it. Maybe they were emotional or something.
Something like that.
Maybe we were chasing them out. We were chasing them. Okay, they've gone now. Mm-hmm. Anything that happened is our head.
Something like that.
Something like a scenario like that.
Oh, the phone lines are terrible. Oh, Muriel, can you hear me? All right, I'm going to go to the sound bite now. I'm going to play the sound bite since the phone lines are really terrible. Let's take a listen.
Power, control. It's not about that. You can even say it in this case. If election has been held in River States and council chairman have been inaugurated, in a normal situation, do we even need anybody to go and obstruct them from entering the secretariat? Maybe there's somebody somewhere who believes that, no, I still am above and higher than the authority in the states. That's all. It's just issue of power. But I tell you, my brother, I don't intend to discuss it, and I don't want to join issues with that situation as much as I can. That is what is important to me.
But politically speaking, Your Excellency, if that's allegation against you that you are on. But politically speaking, Excellency, if I may come in quickly, politically there are those who will say
issues. I want to share some. There's no need to destroy it. You once ruled the state. The state was the envy of every other state. Another person is there now. What you need is to give the support. After 4 years or who knows 8 years, I will also leave. Another person will take over. That should be the spirit. When it comes to election period, you can fight and do whatever. But now it's time for governance. We need all the support. We're here complaining that Nigeria have a problem, reduction in our oil production. We're trying to improve our production stage, and we are here. This is the heart of where the problem is. We have the problem in Emowa. We have the problem in Begema. We're trying to manage it, and we're now adding in-house issues. These are in-house issues that ought not to be out. So I can quote names here. I can quote names, but for some reason, let me leave it. There is nothing I've not done on this earth for peace to reign. I can tell you that. I can tell you the number of times that I've kneeled down to beg that let's allow this issue to go. But, I feel like I said, I don't even want them to talk about this. I've done everything. And if, even as of today, if there's anything that I can do, or there is any way we can get to a point of making peace, I assure you, I'm willing to do it. Because this is important to me. What is important to me is let River State be normal. With all the problem we're having, the wonderful jobs I'm doing in this state, I'm not seeing because of the crisis. It's only when I come out and tell people that I'm doing this or the other, they say, you mean this is what is going on in the state? Because the whole thing everybody is hearing is one crisis or another. If it's not from some set of members of this, it's some group of people. If not from this group, it's from one security agency. You know, it's. In fact, let me even tell you, there is a report I just got now that with what is happening, that some persons have already been penciled down for arrest. When you say the issue of structure, political, no, I think we're getting it wrong. River State was on a crossroad. The Supreme Court gave a judgment that all the councils should transit to elected council chairman. Unfortunately, at that time, we were running on a caretaker. There is no way I wouldn't conduct an election. As a matter of fact, we had an understanding after that ruling with Mr. President, and he gave us a window of 90 days to comply. The 90 days expires on the 31st of October. I needed to do so. It is clear that there's no way that election would have been conducted in my party, considering the drama surrounding my party. So I opted for something safer to secure the civil servants that are working in the local government, to ensure that we have an administrative officers that will man the affair of the council. And that is what I did. So when if it's the issue of structure, I don't know what you're talking about. That's my issue now. My issue is to ensure that the council work effectively, that there is no problem in River State. Because the way I saw it was going, it was like they were trying to cage the state, to put us in a situation where once it gets to 31st of October, River State will not function in the aspect of the local government. So I had to do something about it.
On the issue of who is the leader,
there's going to be a point where he needs to let go. We need peace in the states. You don't necessarily need to win all the fights. At times, you just let go. It's sake of the good people of it and the love that he has always professed for the state. We need to secure the state. We don't need to burn down the states. Fubara will leave tomorrow. Who knows who is going to come? Maybe through him, maybe through a person. But we need to keep this state intact.
All right, you heard it for yourself there. I'm going back to the phone lines. Before I do that, let's read some messages and let's see. This one says, what is going on in River State is not change service contact where the brand interview. So please, I'd like to make mention of that. Precious Wanlozie says, please, does the president need to order the MBF before they carry out their constitutional duty, which is protecting lives and properties? All right, Precious, thank you. Matthew Jomat Ebu says, let Wike allow peace to reign in the state. What is he looking for? Ipoi Kanke Udwaka says, I think River State is the most difficult state for the police to do their work because of so many interests. For the governor, talking about arrests during the PDP governorship primary, a contestant was arrested on the primary ground, which led to his emergence as governorship candidate. Did he complain then? Like they say, when Hitler attacks the Jews, I said nothing because I was not a Jew. Then he attacked the what Zionites. Is it a Zionites you meant, or is it a Unionites? I don't know what you wrote there. And he said, and I said nothing because I was not them. And then he attacked me, and there was no one to speak for me. Did we not see people going to People's House to throw a bomb during 2023 campaign. Did it just start yesterday? All right. Okwando Obina says, good afternoon to you. The call by the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sim Fubara, on the FCT Minister is a welcome development. As a matter of fact, the former governor has been on numerous fights in this state in the past, thereby projecting the state a fighting ground. The former governor should forget about whatever he's fighting, which I know is primarily because of his personal gains. Former Governor Wike should hands up, for time is ticking. God bless Rivers State. Israel Stephen says, good day, Canada. The people that burned down Secretariat that belonged okay, that's an allegation. I don't know who they belong to. Let police do their investigation. And this one said, my question is, what does Wike want? Does he want to rule Abuja and Rivers State? As Rivers State is private property, he should let the governor rule. He should face his Abuja. Rivers State cannot be given to him. He is not the first former governor. And then you said Rivers State does not belong to him. Whatever he agreed with seeing without Rivers people's knowledge, you said it is null and void. Mutu Abolanle Tahi says, good afternoon, Kalada. Mr. President needs to call some prominent elders to seek advice from them before it gets out of hand. Interesting, all right? Those messages are on Facebook. And this one says, good afternoon, Canada. Fubara earlier boasted that he will not govern Rivers State under his knees and will not worship anyone. I am surprised to hear him in an interview say he is prepared to do anything to bring peace in the state and has gone on his knees to beg. Beg who? Well, many of us were not there to witness that. It is unfortunate that the governor is not playing the victim card when he had all the opportunity to resolve the political problem, but rather chose to listen to those advising him to fight on and play the ethnicity card. Former governors Rufus Ada George, Dr. Peter Odley retired from active politics after the left office. Rotimi Amechi did not. He was given a double ministerial post. We saw how he personally and directly influenced the choice of Dakuko Peterside and Toyo Cole. Unfortunately, they did not win. Otherwise, he would have done more than Wike is doing. Wike has not retired from active politics, and so he still needs the structures to advance his political career. He cannot be a general without troops. Welex is arguing from the other side of the fence. Well, let's see. The governor is suing for peace, but I'm not sure those benefiting from the crisis would allow him to get what he is calling for. And this one says to me, Governor Sim should stop telling us a PT statement in public and disobeying court orders of ruling. If you agree with me yesterday, Governor Sim still went ahead to use Honorable Victor Okojumbo, the recognized assembly, to screen and swear in 5 new commissioners. Let's be sincere. Governor Sim doesn't obey court, and due to his violation of court ruling brought about that mayhem yesterday. He said Rivers State does not need the NPF because of actualizing his ambition against the interest of the overall interest of the citizens of the state. Let him match words with action. He preached in public. You should not force illegal persons upon the lawful people. Dokubo A. All right, Dokubo, thank you. Those are your thoughts. Remember that. Let's see. Can I take one more call or 2 more calls? Okay, let's do this again. 0817.
For more talk,
923-0002, 0817 923-0003 and 0817-923-0007. This one says Rivers State is too heavy for one man to carry, and that's from Tangled Ability at Twegbu. And this one says, unfortunately, I see no crisis in the state. The governor is sounding a bit weak. He should stand firm to face the task. I mean, for Ernest from Port Harcourt. This one says genuine elders of Rivers State, not those political elders that have lost their saltness, should intervene and settle this matter before it goes beyond control, please. All right. And this one says it is called the camp. Am I talking about the camping? Did I mention the camping? I don't think I did that. But let's say this one. This one says those that asked the police to leave are now crying why the police left. The police was doing their job. But people that take everything political lamented. Even the governor said they don't need the police. Why calling on them now, bro? Victor. All right, Victor. Asadiko says, greetings, I'm not a doctor. KTB. This says, I beg to differ with the police with all the jamboree media cosmetic surgery statement. Like I asked yesterday, does neutrality mean exposing a safeguard area for attack? The police is busy romancing and dancing the tune of one man and the Abuja powers. They should take their explanations to the gods. We are too educated to accept the falsehood as a facts. KDB, recall that the governor clearly said that there are plans of attacking the LJ chairman as they resume office the next day. Yet, our neutrality police remain fixated, claiming to obey court order. Shame on us all as a people. We are far from development in this country. We've got Bright from Rumodumaya. Bright, welcome. Let's get your thoughts quickly. What is on your mind? Good afternoon.
You know, from your standpoint, based on the channel's interview to Governor Fubara, I don't believe the governor.
Oh, tell me why you don't believe.
The reason is that, hello?
I can hear you. Why don't you believe the governor?
Okay, the reason is that he's talking about, let me talk about the structure he's talking about, that they will forget about structure and move on. Now, these LGA chairmen, they're all focused on one party, APP.
They are not all 22.
Why didn't the governor allow it for open ground, both labor, every other person to come and contest? Then he is trying to build his own structure, gradually pretending as he does not know anything about structure. Now, he's also asking for maybe he can do anything possible for peace to reign. After then, tomorrow you come and say another thing when you have already said that you cannot donate your liver or your kidney, but in order to for you to govern Rivers, which peace are you now looking for? When you now look all the enemies of between you and Wike, surrender yourself, and they are one dictating and also assisting you to run Rivers State. No, these are the things you're talking about. This is politics.
All right.
So governor knows how him and Wike started. Those are good times. He should remember their good times before he was made governor. Let him go without anybody.
Bright. I don't know. I don't know if Bright.
Hello?
I don't know if you have listened to what's it called now? That interview. If you've not, you should go on Channel's website or YouTube channel and listen to it. Now, during that video, he said if he knew it was going to be like this, he would not have become governor. If he had seen the signs that it was going to be a power battle, tussle. But Bright, I've got to go. My time is up. I just wanted to put that one out there. This one says, "Good day, Mr. Khaled. I think I should second Governor Fubara's statement that former Governor Ian Wike should please let go of Rivers and allow peace to drive the state. That he can't win all the fights." Bakata from Uzwa community. This one says, "Felicia spells all the long story. Decency is not in words, but in action. The IGP has not demonstrated his acclaimed credentials in both attitude, aptitude, and decorum." I think this IGP, okay, we're going to skip that part. You said because you think is partisan, is desperate, is manipulative, is with his actions, right? He said he should retrace his steps. The governor has been very magnanimous in his belief in the neutrality of the police, but was disappointed by the actions that followed. This IGP, whose tenure was renewed from the BACTA, has done a great disservice to Nigeria's so-called academic credentials and reflects his demonstrated professionalism. Let's face the fact. Fred from Awuda says. All right, I've got to go. It's time for the what do you call it now, the business news. When I do come back, we will be speaking with the ADC candidate, the chairmanship candidate in Ogubolo, and he will tell his story as he explains what transpired, in his opinion, of course, what transpired in Ogubolo on Saturday, the 5th of October, 2024. Do stay tuned.
It's 4 o'clock.
And now the business news.